Say you're working on the task list this way and you need to provide update with this and the likes, and it's not very exciting, not very engaging. Instead, I'm suggesting that you could turn that task list into something a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more engaging, a little bit more colorful. This would give you the same information, but with a format that is much easier to digest and gives you a quick, straight to the point update on your task list. So this is usually our starting point. We have a resource list and we have a task list. And you've seen that time and time again if you've seen my channel. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I just want to spend time on the specificity of this video here. So here you just have, if you don't, you can pause this and just build that. You have a resource here, and then you have your task name. I put it quite generous here. And then you have a resource name. This is using the data validation here, data validation. I'm just going to go through this quickly, and here you just input the source as a source. You select from here. You can even add a little bit more just in case another resource coming into play, and then you can select the resource from here. And here the same, here you can select manually. Actually might do the trick here because it's a fixed amount, so you put list, and here you can put green, amber, red, or down. If I put a comma here, that'll be better. Okay, so once you have done that, you can drag it all the way down to select using this for the status. So this is done. This is what we usually do. I want to add another flag here, which is show on dashboard, for instance, show yes, no. I'm going to do the same trick here. I'm just going to do a data validation here, and I'm going to hard code it too, because there's not a lot to choose from, and it's a fixed amount to choose from. So here I'm just going to put yes, no here, and I'm just going to drag that down first. And then I'm going to start selecting. So I'm going to put yes by default, and we'll see how this works. So this is just showing what, if we want to still show that task over there on the dashboard here, that will be for the resource, because after a while you might have a lot of tasks and you might not want to show them all. You might add some clutter. So here, what I'd like to do usually is to simplify, so for a tutorial as well specifically, is to name those ranges here. So here I'm just going to put, select all this. I'm just going to put it to 60, say, and I'm going to tap task on top left here, and that's going to name the range. So now if we go back here, formula, and you go under name manager, the array task has been named. Okay, so we can do the same for resources and for status and for show as well. Why not? So for resource, I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to go under 60, and I'm going to put resources here. And I press enter twice. You know how it works. Sample this. This I'm going to call it status. And the show, I'm going to call it show. Okay, so now you'll see it will be much easier. So now what we want to do, we want to do a cross-reference between these. So we want to add all the statuses for that very resource here. So first I want to show you, I'm going to go a little bit on the side here. I'm going to go on the side, and I'm just going to do a filter here. So this is a function that allows you to filter through this array here and only retrieve what you want. So if I press fx here, what is the array that we want to bring back? So what we want to bring back is all the statuses. So I'm just going to put status here. Instead of typing all this, I'm just going to put status. And what do we want to include? Well, what we want to include is only the resource that is equal to that resource that is here, that is John here. So I'm just going to select only the resource equal to, and here I just need to put the John here. And I press enter. And as you can see, I mean, we can check if you don't trust me, retrieving only the statuses for John here. John Amber, John Green, John Green, John Amber. So this is done already. Now there's only a slight problem with this, is we want to be able to show that horizontally this way here. So we just need to do a transpose. I just wanted to break that down step by step. So if I do a transpose, I just gonna, as the name implies, it's gonna transpose it. So now I'm just gonna exit and I'm gonna paste it here. Control X, Control P, and this is here. And now the beauty of this is, as those are named resources, and this is referring to this one, if I just bring that down here, this is bringing back everything. Isn't it beautiful? I think it is. Well done, Microsoft. So this is an advantage of naming arrays too. You know that this is going to follow. You don't have to worry about locking the columns. Now, this is the first step. What I wanted to do as well, remember, is I want to make sure that I only retrieve the ones that are being shown here. So I'm going to have to add another condition here. The other condition I want to add is that the show should be equal to yes. So here I'm going to put a no here just to so at least we have a few no's. And so how do we do this? Well, is within the filter we can add two conditions. So we still want to retrieve the status, so this does not change. But here we need to retrieve another condition. So the way we do that with filter is we use the star. So you select the first condition, resource is equal to diff4, and you close the brackets and you put a star and you open again the bracket, and here you put your second condition, and the second condition is going to be show, and you can see now it is highlighting it in red, is equal to yes. And I'm not sure where I'm at with my brackets. Oh, they seem to be okay. So let's see how it impacts this. So let's go back to John. So where is John? John has got a few here. Is amber, green, green, amber, green, green. So if I put the first one as a no, he removes it, and therefore there is one that was not here yet. So it could remove, if I remove those three, you can see it doesn't bring them here. So we are good to go already. Now we are done with bringing back data. What we want to do is to do some formatting. So taking as much as you like here. First thing I like to do is I want to put a light gray here, light gray like this. What I want to do as well is I want to put some very strong borders. So let's go to borders. Something I really don't like about Excel is as soon as you select the white, it hides all this, which is a bit strange. But so therefore you select the width first, and then you select the white, and see, look, he hides everything. Not extremely convenient. And then you click on outline and on inside, and that should give you this. So we'll go into more refined design towards the end, but for the time being that's good enough. So here I'm just going to put everything at the center, and actually I could put the font white and bold. Okay, now you don't see anything, but we will soon. So I'm just going to select everything, and here I'm just going to do some extremely basic conditional formatting. So the first one I'm going to use is I'm going to just do it this way: highlight cell rules equal to, and as those, the status is fixed, I can just hard code it here. So here, if it's green, and I'm going to custom format, and here I'm going to select a nice green. Is this one going to do? We shall see. So we have green here. So after we select everything again, we go under conditional formatting again. We go under manage rules, and then we duplicate this one 3 times. The first one we're going to put is blue, so we don't need to. And don't worry about keeping the commas or large. If you just put blue here, you should get the message. I'm going to try with this blue here. We'll see how it all looks in the end. We can still change it. And apply. This is a mistake I made. Sorry, I shouldn't be blue, it should be done, obviously. Okay. Now there's a little bit more candidates for that. So equal to amber. What do we do with amber? We give it a nice amber, if at all possible. It's just this one. Is it too strong? So it's just a very basic Microsoft colors here. And which one do we have left? The red. So the red is never a nice red. So we select this red here, but that's just too strong. So we do go under more colors. And we either select a lighter one here, or we go under custom here and we bring this up. It's up to you. And then we press apply. And now we're getting very close to where we want to go. So you go under view, grid line, you remove the grid line. You put this in bold. I don't know how you want to do it. If you want to put this here, if you want to put it in the center, you can. You can hide the task list, or now that training is almost completed, you can put it to a different one. So here we go. So I'm just going to put that back to white. Do we want this as is? We're going to try and leave it as is. I think the light design is something that is always quite trendy at the moment. If you look at all the new software, the Monday and the software like that. Now, shall we do a little bit more testing? I'm going to take Joanna here, red. If I put amber here, we should have an amber. Philip, I'm going to bring those back to life. Philip here. Philip here. So that all seems to be working okay. So now that is not the star of the show, this part here. This was just for us to, so you can put whatever you like. So here just select as far as you can. Actually, we've only selected the first 60, but nothing prevents you from going back to the name manager and put something else here. Actually, I have an extra column that I don't really need here. So here you do this. And you right click and you put delete, delete, and it should ask you lift up. No, you want to do left. Okay, that's it. Now, if you are not sure where you are at with the formula would have complained, but if you want to go in the name manager and have a look here, make sure that everything is 17 to 60. That seems okay. And that's it. So it's a good way, I think, to check where the resources are without the distraction of the resource estimates and work actually done and the likes. We actually have plenty of other demo tutorials that go through this. So I think this is another one that you could take in your dashboard, maybe as a slide. And if you just show this part here, you just cut it and you just show this part, I think that will look good in your demo. Anyway, that's just a thought. Let me know if you like it and let me know how you go.